Hi guys, welcome to Press the Podcast and happy International Women's Day. I just want to introduce our 4 beautiful co-hosts, Gabi, Tosha, our guest Muff,
what's up?
Ari, hi. And I'm Avina. Just a few shout outs. Thank you so much to everybody who's following us, who's liked us, subscribed us. You guys, we've hit 100 viewers.
We're so lit.
I know. I was so excited. I saw that email that came in and it said congratulations.
That's what got me lit.
I know.
Yes.
It had the little sparkle and stuff. I was like, thanks.
Well, first of all, I said YouTube money. I said, whew. Well, we actually need like 100,000 followers, but
yes. So because we did hit 100 followers, we're actually going to do a 100 follower giveaway.
Yes.
In order to win that giveaway, you'll have to like the post, share the post, and then you'll also have to be subscribing to us on YouTube. So again, we appreciate you guys so much for that. We just hope that you guys follow us and subscribe on every platform. One more shout out is for our production team.
Yes.
You guys have been so amazing.
He's
we
waving,
appreciate
by the
them.
way.
Saeed and Damien from Third Person Production. We appreciate everything for them. The reason why we look so bomb is 100% because of them.
Seriously.
So just one little thank you. And then let's go ahead and deep dive into Sip and Spill.
Yes, so today I will be doing the introduction. We are going to do the Sip and Spill, as you guys know, is when we pick a question from our fishbowl that we have on our table, and kind of it's just questions that our viewers would like to know about us. It's really no limitations on the questions. Today, all in our cups, we have this type of wine called Mandria Sangria. It's a Moscato, and it's sweet and fruity. I took the first initial step before we started, and it has like if I had to put it in one word, it's like kind of not like Fruity Pebbles, but it has like a it has like a fruit, like take a sip and what's your initial what's your initial word? Mine is like Fruity Pebbles.
I'm going mango.
Okay. What do you taste?
I feel like it's a Capri Sun.
See what I'm saying?
Right?
Fruity Pebbles, Capri Sun.
Fruity Pebbles and Capri Sun is not the same.
Okay.
Almost.
Well, what
childish.
What you got,
It's all childish.
It's all childish.
Well, y'all know I don't like sweet stuff, so
I know.
sweet is what my word is.
It's sweet. It's sweet.
It's very sweet and very sweet.
It's a sweet
But
one.
it's very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Well, I'm going to, sorry, Tasha, to reach over you. I am going to pull a question from the bowl.
Oh, Lord.
Say your prayer over it.
These questions, they be wildin'.
I can't wait. Okay, so the first question says, this is very fitting for our topic. It says, who is someone that inspires you?
Oh, wow.
For me, I think the first person that comes to mind without even thinking about it would be my mom. A lot of people don't know, but my mom has just battled so many different things. Being a single mom, going through several different types of sickness, like from lupus, from high blood pressure, from having a stroke, kidney.
She's like bionic
she is bionic.
I don't know.
But we're literally like
blessed.
Twins and besties. So that would be
They are.
my
Very
person who inspires me from the inside out.
Sweet. Well, I'm gonna also say a family member. I was trying to think of a celebrity or something, but I'm not super into, I'm not super into celebrities like that. So nobody. Anyway, let me just say who I want to say. My sister is who I'm going to choose, Ty Rivera.
I knew you were going to pick Ty.
I love Ty because, she's like our big sister, everybody's big sister.
We're
all my
obsessed with her,
friends.
actually.
Shout out Ty. Bomb. She's just her own person, and she. I was telling Gabi earlier that I was going to choose her because she's like the first of our family to like go to college, the first person to get married before having children, like doing it the right way, and like she just does so many firsts for us that nobody asked her to do, and she's just so strong. She started a business that's profitable. She's just, her family is just bomb. They always look so cute. They're just everything about her is just so bomb, and she just inspires me. And she's 5 years older than me, so she kind of gives me a barometer of like, okay, Tasha, you're good. Like, okay, you're 32, she's 37. Like at 37, your life might look
crazy.
like,
That she's 37 and perfect. That's so crazy.
She really is. She turns 37 on the 25th. So happy early birthday.
Happy birthday, Tom.
Happy early birthday. But yeah, she's awesome. So that's my person.
Well, I have like 3 people. Is there a limit?
No, you
gotta be quick now.
I have 3 people. My mom and grandma, because they both are cancer survivors. My mom is 10 years free of cancer. My grandma is 4.5, and then my third person is my baby, Jersey. Even though she's younger than me, this girl literally inspired me. She never has a bad day. She's always positive. She loves all women. She's perfect. So she inspires me to live life to the fullest and just be super adventurous. So my baby, for sure.
We love Jersey.
We love
her.
So I'm not going to go into depth on my mom because I'm obsessed with her. But I'm going to say my mom just to shout Jilly out because she's perfect.
Jilly is perfect.
Period. She's
Done.
perfect. Done. My friends, my friends, I have the best friends. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I have the best friends. They're like super.
I hope you're talking about us.
I'm talking about them
about
for
us?
sure. I'm talking about the people I left at Sunday Fun Day. I'm talking about all of y'all. Like, I love my friends. Like, they inspire me. They're bosses. They just go after everything they want. And I'm talking about guys and girls, not just girls. I have some guy friends that are super duper bosses, and they're always there for me. Like, always there for me.
She has the most supportive friends. If you are
Like,
our
yeah,
friend,
for sure.
she has literally, she has the most supportive friends. Like,
The most friends.
she literally,
Just
like,
like
but that
Alyssa.
speaks volumes to like who you
And
are
they're
as
not
a
fake
friend
friends.
too. Yeah,
I don't have no fake friends. Like, y'all are the bomb. Y'all the bomb. And I pray for y'all. And I prayed to have y'all.
Boom.
And that's for real. I spoke that into my life. I said I want great friends.
I felt that.
I told God I had to let him know I need real friends. That's it. I don't want to fall out with nobody. I don't want none of that extra. And then my brothers inspire me. They work so hard. Y'all. They're athletes. One of them plays baseball at UTSA, and one of them plays football at Texas State in San Marcos. And they're just bomb. They're phenomenal, and they're black boys. And they grind, and they go after what they want, and they go through so many different things, and they make mistakes, but they're still great, and they're perfect to me. So.
All right, so for me, my person is my sister. She's
Yes,
younger than me.
we love her.
Z.
She another one.
Azalea is her real name. We all call her Z. She's her own person. Like, I already don't give two shits, but she doesn't give like five. She's
6'7".
She does not care what anybody thinks, and if she has a certain opinion, it's not just for no reason. She always has factual information to back it up, and I really appreciate that about her. We disagree on a lot of things, but I can appreciate that about her.
That's
so,
always a refreshing type of person.
I
Someone
love
that has
her.
a way to back up what she.
Definitely
Yeah.
is. And sorry, one thing about the wine, I wanted to let you guys know where you can find it and like cost efficient. I feel like that's important.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This was purchased. It was, you know, because
No, for real. You might wanna go
with
with it.
I love
it.
it.
You know,
Because I'm on a budget.
This was purchased. Tosh, you got this at Target?
Yes,
Target, and it was
I think it was like $7. It was very
Okay.
very cheap.
$7 from Target.
Do we know the alcohol count?
What's the
in back?
percentage?
It's very important.
How lit am I?
I think it was 11%.
It has to be above 10 to win.
It was 11%,
No, it's
I
not.
believe,
It's
when I checked.
6.5.
Okay. We'll need to open another
Well,
bottle.
this
Clearly.
Malibu.
That's okay.
We need to do two.
Two, just so you know. But yeah, so Target, $8, very reasonable if you're just trying to get like a fruity
good.
pebble type of taste.
Right.
Adult Capri Sun.
Fruity.
Okay, are we doing another one?
Let's
or should
do another
we?
one. Let's do another one.
One more.
I always get confused about how to get these out of here.
I'm excited.
What does self-care? What does self-care look like for you?
Ooh.
I am struggling in
That's
that
a deep
area right now.
dive.
I got a
I'm
whole
trying to
list.
find. I'm never at home. I'm always busy and moving around.
Yeah.
But when I am at home, I try to just sit. Like I try to just do nothing. I try to fill myself with like inspirational stuff. I have been doing self-care stuff like getting my lashes done,
Yeah.
or getting a massage, or
That
you know,
helps.
all that little girl stuff that's good. I have not been shopping. That's probably a self-care tactic I need to employ here shortly. But
Yeah, shop more 'cause you're
I'm
the best.
working on that. So
Yes.
get back to me.
Okay.
There.
Okay. I feel that.
Me, self-care for me, being still. I just go all day long. So self-care for me is literally on my Sundays, just church.
Being selfish.
When Tosha pulls me out of bed. Church, just
did great this
relaxing.
morning.
I'm that
I
friend.
did.
great this morning.
I did good. I was on time. But yeah, just being still, because it's like we go. We want everything new. We want to just be overwhelmed because we are overwhelmed, you know? Love, relationships,
Sometimes we
business,
wear like a
everything.
badge of honor.
Yeah.
Girl.
I'm
Yeah.
busy.
And I'm
Just
sick
busy.
of- and I'm sick
Just
of
busy.
me.
Yeah.
I'm sick of being busy.
sick of me.
I'm so sick of me. It's ridiculous. So just forcing myself to literally be still and in the moment and be present and just relax a little bit, which I still didn't do today. I was in here before y'all came and I was doing all kind of stuff to get ready for y'all. But I still, just to be still on a Sunday is phenomenal.
Golden.
Phenomenal.
I want to piggyback on that. I'm gonna be real, y'all. I've been turning up these past like weekends. I don't know what has gotten into me.
Yeah,
I
we
have,
Sweetie.
y'all, I've been so lit and living my best life, and it's so I'm not used to it. I've been really living my life, and I've been really enjoying myself. But I told myself next weekend, instead of spending hundreds of dollars on drinks, which I haven't been because the man in Dallas, y'all been
Pause. You might
y'all been
have to
hooking your
skip-
girl up.
You might have to skip next weekend. Next weekend is a St. Patty's thing.
Is it next weekend? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, weekend after next.
Okay, weekend after next. See how they do me. And next weekend is gonna be something else. But anyways, I think that self-care for me was gonna be next weekend. It was gonna look like getting my feet done, getting my nails done. Like, you know, like I literally have pink tips at this point, you know. Can somebody feel me? Like,
now that's real.
Please,
that's raw,
please somebody feel me. But yeah, no, I think my plan was to just take care of me, like make sure that everything that I would look down at myself and like feel insecure about throughout the week and be like, dang, you're literally moving too fast. It's not be still. It's like slow down and take a look at the things that you need to handle for yourself as a woman.
Prioritize.
Like, what is that? Yeah, prioritize what that looks like for you. So getting my nails done, getting my lashes done, getting, you know, whatever that looks like for me. So I think self-care is about to begin looking like for me paying more attention of what my body needs and what myself needs and tending to those things instead of being so quick to tell all of my great friends, like, no, like I can't come. I have to take care of this.
Pull up today.
I can't pull up today.
What about you, Gabi?
The pull-up is not a go.
So for me, I feel like self-care is like I need to do like a shutdown, you know, like we shut down shop. I can't answer no texts, I can't answer no calls, anything like that, because a lot of people get charged hanging out with people. I get drained hanging out with people. Tasha and I had a whole list of Saturday stuff that we had to do. I texted her Saturday morning and I was like, I'm already pissed off that we have to do so much stuff today. Like, I was so pissed
and I was
off.
on the same. I was like, girl, let's just
so we
commit
canceled
to
half the day. It was like, we're gonna start at 8 o'clock.
No, literally,
like I
couldn't.
can't. It was just too much because we were literally gonna go from like 11 a.m. to like 1 a.m. in the morning, and it was just I just couldn't do it.
I'm quick to say no.
Yes,
and saying no is self-care.
It is, and I like to go like relax like on a vacation, which I'm taking in 3 days for my birthday. So I'm just
and I cannot wait.
We're gonna keep that confidential.
Yeah,
we're not invited. Period.
No. We're not saying where I'm going.
Not invited. We're not invited
for safety reasons. We're not gonna say where we're going.
We'll check that location even though it won't be here.
Will we haven't?
Okay, moving right along.
Avina, what does self-care look like for you?
Wait, did you finish?
Yeah,
she's done.
She cut us off.
Yeah,
she's done with us.
We're working on it.
I'm done.
My self-care is probably a couple of things. My zen is running, like for me.
Yeah.
I just have to run. I can run for like an
My
hour,
zen needs to be
and then
running.
that just takes all my worries away. And that's really a time where I start listening. Like I'm really, really big into music. So like if I want to listen to a new album or a new EP or a new release or whatever, I just run and I just listen to that and think about everything. My other thing is I just like relaxing in bed, like watching Netflix. I'm a hardcore Mary Jane advocate, so if I roll an L, that is also self-care to me. I just like being at complete and total peace. I don't like to stress myself, and it's very, very easy for me to get stressed. Yeah. So I just like to make sure that I'm always, I try to self-care a couple of times a week. I mean, I can't, I don't want to lose myself. So.
You have to. That's good.
That is good.
But so obviously we have a new person at our table.
Whoop, whoop.
Our beautiful Muff.
I hope I blend in, guys.
So excited to
Leave
have
your
her.
comments below. Don't forget it on YouTube. Leave your comments below.
Jersey with her YouTube video.
Yeah, subscribe.
Comment below.
Subscribe. And I'm so proud of these girls. They told me that I had to talk when talked to, but I'm not going to do that. Okay. I'm so proud of these girls because I knew them before this podcast, and they literally are this dope outside of the camera. This is not fake. I've literally been sitting back here like, oh shit, they are really dope on camera. So I'm trying to keep my composure, but I'm so proud of y'all. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, now whatever y'all gonna do.
Tell us about you.
Yes, give them the rundown. They don't know you.
Right.
Let them know. Let them know.
Zoom in.
Right.
So my name is Muffin. I'm a small town girl from Louisiana. I moved to Dallas.
What part of Louisiana?
Ruston, Louisiana.
Shout out to
It's huge.
Ruston.
Okay, Elza.
Shout out. No, for real.
Humongous.
Stand up.
We've had a Walmart for 5 years. It's humongous. But no, I graduated high school 2005. 2 weeks later, I was immediately at LSU. Go Tigers! We won a national championship, but that's okay. Never mind. Maybe about 2 or 3 years into it, going into my junior year, I left, being a crazy 19-year-old, and I moved to Dallas to pursue a career in fashion. And jokes on me because now I am a hairstylist.
A bomb one.
A bomb.
The best.
Right?
Best in Dallas. Best in
So
Dallas.
I came out here to do fashion design. and I thought I was the best fashion designer in the world. But literally everywhere I went, women would just stop me. Who does your hair? And I'm like, me. Why do y'all want to know?
This is not even what I do.
This is not even what I do. Like, I'm so cold with the sewing machine, but no one was buying my clothes.
Right.
So therefore, we put the sewing machine away, and now I do hair full time. I was in a salon suite for maybe about 5 years, I believe, about 5 years, just kind of grinding it out, building my Instagram, building my brand, being a mama to Jersey, who is gorgeous. But now I just opened up my first salon in August of 2019.
And that's where we are.
That's where we are. I wish we could pan out right
Thank you
now.
so much for allowing us.
My goal was literally just to empower women. That's why it's so phenomenal that we're here today. Because my goal is to not just have a salon full of women doing the same thing. You know, that can tend to get a little catty. So the vision behind Muffd Hair Co. is that I have 4 women that are all phenomenal. They all do 4 totally different services for you. So when you come to our salon, let your hair down literally and come see me, give me your money. But you can just relax. We have a nail tech, we have an esthetician that does makeup, we have a girl that does your brows, we have a girl that does natural hair, braiding. We have everything
Girl bosses.
to just totally change the spectrum of what a beauty salon used to be.
Yes.
Yeah, and through that, I started a nonprofit. My nonprofit is called JAB. I make wigs for cancer patients, but my really big focus is my daughter's nonprofit. It's called Jersey Cares, because we focus on kids, because kids can't just walk into a store and get a wig if they have cancer. So we specialize in that. We do events once a month for a child that doesn't even know it. So that's the whole realm of.
No, I'm so glad that you brought that up, because that actually is our segue. Okay, so with Jersey Cares, right? So this is for children who have lost their hair through cancer.
It can be cancer or alopecia.
Yes, because it doesn't always have to be that. That's true. But the biggest thing is that, like, kids are mean these days. And, you know, so that is number one, just kudos to you to even think that far into it, because most people would stop at women who have cancer.
Jersey, like, what?
Yeah.
Right.
What?
But the other day, there was a situation in the news. I want you to kind of talk about that and, like, what you did and who you reached out to, or did they reach out to you?
So I woke up one day and I probably had literally, y'all, I'm not joking, like maybe 200 DMs, Facebook messages about a little girl named Amaya Moon. She is 11 years old, hope I'm right, 10 or 11. She is a 6th grader in Plano. And she's just at PE one day, just like we would have been at her age, just lounging around, clowning with her friends. And one little girl in particular that's actually a friend of hers literally chased this baby down, y'all, and ripped her wig off. She's going through chemo right now. I believe it was, and I may be wrong, so I may be misquoting, but she had a tumor that developed between her heart and her lung, and it became cancerous. And so, you know, of course, chemo, you lose your hair and all that. So I believe at the time the kids may have not known that she had cancer, but it may be that they just thought she was wearing just a wig for no reason. Long story short, they chased her down, ripped her wig off, and the story went viral. So I literally woke up one day to all these messages. I mean, it was an outpour. So we surprised her Sunday before last. It was the Sigma Gamma Rose. The Sigma Gamma Rho chapter out of Plano contacted me and they're like, we have to do something. I canceled all plans. We shut my salon down. We had about 40 to 50 people that showed up with gifts and cash donations from my clients that didn't even know what was going on. So we want to really help the family out because they have a lot of medical bills and things of that nature. But when I tell y'all, this little girl inspired my socks off. Like, I really had pictured for a little girl to walk in here and I had to like gas her up. You know, I was ready. I was ready. I had the premium red.
But she's the best gasser.
Y'all, that little girl looked at me and said, "Oh, you remind me of me." I said, "Well, shit."
Okay then.
Well, okay. Baby. So it was about 4 or 5 hours just pouring like love into her, and ever since then she's been on like K104. They did things for her. They had a parade for her. Like everybody's been doing stuff for her. So I was just happy that we were able to provide it. My daughter actually lives in Kansas, in Wichita, Kansas, but we flew her down. We stopped all costs. Like it didn't matter. Whatever the little girl needed, we needed, and it was beautiful. So I have her little phone number. She texts me periodically. That's so sweet. But I didn't want to do like a one-time thing because that's what people do.
They do.
They do it
You know, people love a one-time thing. You know, just like when somebody does, they call you for that week.
That's true.
But I reached out to her mom, and every 2 weeks we're gonna have services for her at the shop, free of all cost.
Oh my goodness.
She's able to come in every 2 weeks to get whatever she needs.
Y'all gonna be besties by the end.
We really are.
Y'all are, cause she
We
sounds
really
like
are.
she remind me of you.
She's so sweet, y'all. Amaya Moon, that's my baby.
Yes.
But yeah, so that was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. Life changing.
Yes.
So do you feel like like, and obviously it was a rewarding experience for you, but like, how do you feel like it changed her from the inside? Like, I know when she went back to school, I know she was just like, I'm like the hottest.
No, seriously.
That little
But
wig
a lot of
she
snacks
had
did.
too.
You know?
No,
Like-
seriously. Like, you could, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, her self-confidence when she came in was through the roof.
Yeah.
But the way I lay a piece of lace is
Come
just a
on.
different type
Now.
of situation.
Come on,
Now,
sweetie.
it looked like it's coming from the scalp.
Come on,
I
sweetie.
mean, let's just,
I mean,
did you know?
she was already the most confident, sweet little girl. But I think because what people do is a lot of times when they like to give things that may be a little less of a good quality. But no matter who the person is, whether it's a child or adult, the unit that she received was about $800 to $1,000 wig.
Okay.
Like, I didn't just give her some synthetic piece.
Right, that was
because
in a
she's a
drawer.
little girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
She got the luxury that everybody
that's
else got,
awesome.
and I
That's
think
so
you
sweet.
could tell because like when we went outside, everybody was like, "Oh, you got her a wig."
Right.
A real wig.
A wig.
And I love you so much for even doing this because
Yes.
I hate when I see sick people. You already know that they're sick. You
Especially
already
a
can
child,
tell
right?
that, like they're already
Yes.
going through something,
Yes.
and then they're trying to cover up because they want to feel like everybody else, and then they got this raggedy wig on, and I'm like,
it draws a lot of
somebody
attention.
help, like it just draws more, and I think it would give them more confidence. I'm not saying everybody who has cancer has bad confidence and has to wear a wig. Some people are bald and they love it and whatever, but for those who choose to wear wigs, I think that people like you make it not so like a stigma, like I have cancer, you know what I'm saying? They would never know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's so
I think
sweet
that's
of you
so
to
sweet.
do that.
Yeah.
Just 'cause
especially
That's
for
dope.
kids.
kids are so mean at school.
What?
And I just,
And then for
They
somebody
are
that she
mean.
thought was her friend, like we've all been in that situation, you know,
Yeah.
somebody that you thought, and then, you know, as a kid, the person probably was just like, you know, let me make a quick little joke, you know, not even knowing what was up
They're not
underneath
even
the
being
wig.
that harm. They're not thinking that they're being that harmful, but
No.
you are. But even as adults, we do that.
Yeah, we do.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like even as adults, you think it's a joke. You think it's a joke, but it's not a
so,
joke.
AJ, don't you ever talk to her again. I swear to God.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And,
No,
and
for real.
whenever I have kids, they're gonna know you will get slapped if you are at that school making fun of people. That's the easiest way to get in trouble.
No,
Do
for
not
sure.
like
I
that's
just
unacceptable.
think like now that I'm thinking about it, like when I was growing up, like obviously social media wasn't a big thing, and so like I'm sure like I got made, like we could all sit at this table and think of something that you got made of fun of when you were a kid. Like
all
when
the
I was a kid, I
time.
think people like, they talked about what were things they talked about me? Oh, they said that I had big lips, or they said like I had big forehead, but Rihanna made that cool, so we pop it.
Hello.
But, you know, like as a kid, like people constantly point out the stuff that's the obvious. Like, you know, like I know I have big lips. I know that my forehead is big, and it's just like I don't need a constant reminder of that. And it's like since we're in such like a high like social media era, everybody posts every little thing, and
Right.
it's like there has to come a point in time where people have to stop trying to get a laugh out of an embarrassing moment for somebody
Right.
else.
there
Yeah.
has to be.
You know,
But we've made it
Yeah.
so cool. I mean,
We
social
made it
media has
so
made it so cool.
And the girl that did it, y'all, she wasn't reprimanded. That's the biggest part.
What?
Like the young lady that
At a
did
school
this
in
to the baby,
Plano?
there was no consequences. So it's like, how do we help?
That's
Like,
when
what
how
do
do we police?
do?
How do we
You know,
police?
how do we police?
Because there are people that
That's
like
crazy.
for
Yeah, I didn't know
insecurities,
that.
There's,
Nope.
Yes, like insecurities. There's so like there's a big realm of it. So it's like, how do we police it so that we don't have like suicides, we don't have depression, we don't have.
But that also falls on the school because my daughter's school,
Big
she
time.
goes to a charter school, but her school is so big about bullying.
Really?
Like if anything
Yeah.
happens, I hear about it.
It's so
Like,
serious. Yeah,
It's a big deal.
Yeah, kids are killing themselves, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
insane that you could even think that far. Like as a kid, like I imagine me as a kid, like never once have I even like. I mean, I watched bad movies,
Yeah.
killing movies, video games with guns and violence. It wasn't like I was just like in a cocoon with no violence, but to kill myself, like I don't
I
think
never
ever.
thought
I ain't
that.
never
So,
ever went there.
there's
You know, and so
this,
the fact that the kids get there now is crazy.
Have you guys seen that short film, Hair Love?
Oh, it was so
I haven't.
cute. It was
I
like
haven't
60
seen it.
minutes of gold.
It won an Oscar.
It did.
Yeah, it won
It
an
was so
Oscar.
good.
So my daughter was like, she used to go like she was obviously always at a Montessori school, and her Montessoris were all white, and the little girls would like make fun of her hair, and she would always say, "Mommy, I want straight hair. I want straight hair." And I was like, "Ew, no, you don't. Like you,
Like,
you
ew.
love your curls,
Right.
you know." And so we kind of had to like teach her to like love her curls, and then now you can't tell her anything.
girl.
Yeah, it definitely starts at home.
Every
Yeah,
time
it
I
does.
go over there,
Confidence.
she's like, "Ari, did you try my new curl product?" Because she knows I have curls too, and I'm like, "Yes, I did, and I really
She is,
did."
and you have to. It does start at home. If you don't build,
Yeah.
if you don't build their self-esteem up or their confidence, because I tell her all the time, if anybody makes fun of you at school, you let them know you're the cutest one in that class and nobody can tell you anything.
And that's period.
Sweet.
That's what it is.
The cutest.
But that Hair Love won an Oscar, and if anybody has kids, that's a phenomenal.
I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm
Y'all,
crazy for not watching
it makes you
6
cry.
minutes. It's animated, but when I tell you it's 6 minutes of animation that will make you cry,
It does make you cry.
It's gonna make you cry. It was so sweet.
So the mom actually,
so sweet.
the mom has cancer.
Mom has cancer.
And she was a hairstylist. And so the dad is needing to fix the daughter's hair, and he doesn't know how. But she has all these YouTube videos of how to do hair. And so the little girl takes the tablet to her daddy and is like, pointing. And he did her hair.
Rubber bands. The
I'm
combs,
I'm about to cry right now.
So cute, y'all.
It's
It's really cute.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on YouTube.
No, it's on YouTube.
Okay,
It's called Hair Love.
Okay.
It was
Really
actually,
good.
I want to say it was an athlete. It was an athletic dad, who helped co-write it.
But it's so short. But when I tell you it jerks your heart,
Really?
you're like,
Yeah.
But not,
it's so good.
It is so sweet.
Okay,
was
Muff,
so
I'm
good.
shining the light back on you again.
I'll take
I got
the light.
another one for you.
I want the
Okay,
light.
so you are boss. This is your shop. I'm so
Ooh.
proud of you to even have this. But a lot of people think that this is not feasible. Like, they don't even know, like, what's the blueprint? Like, where do they start?
Yeah.
So I have a 2-part question.
Okay, good.
Where do they start?
Okay.
What are some roadblocks in which you had kind of getting this all set up?
Okay.
And then how did you kind of overcome that?
Okay, so where did I start? So literally where I started was in my kitchen.
Literally.
In the kitchen.
Hey.
Literally.
So yeah,
In the loo?
Like literally, I started in my kitchen because I always like ran from the idea of doing hair.
Okay.
Because like now how we talked about me helping the little girl, I didn't understand like the ministry behind it.
No.
I didn't understand that at all. I've always been good at doing hair. I've always been the best at it. To be honest, my mom was a beautician growing up, so it was just second nature. Yeah. So high school, I didn't really understand it. You know, I didn't understand the gift. I didn't understand the gift in college either. Maybe the first time I understood the gift was maybe literally 10 years ago when I put a wig on an adult and she boo-hooed on my couch and I was like, what the hell? You know, and that's when I was like, oh.
This is something else.
Like,
It's not just doing hair.
Yeah, so at that moment, I stopped doing other services like perms and natural hair and flat ironing. I was like, okay, at this moment, I was like, God wants me to do something different. So that's when I was like, okay, only weave. And no offense to natural hair people.
No, yeah.
My best friend.
need
Hello.
Right.
You know, no offense at all. But for me, I'm able to pour more into women because like when you walk in my door, you're you, which is fine, but you leave Beyonce. I mean,
You leave whoever it is you want to
And
be.
she
Whoever you wanna be.
slays.
And
It's
I love
like,
that.
whoever you want to be.
I've sat here sometimes and watched you do somebody's hair from
beginning
start
to
to
end?
girl, and you get that curl, and I just be like,
Wow.
wow. Or she put that lace on, and it like disappears, and I just be like,
What's going
this
on?
is like magic. Like, and then she just the whole time that person is here and sitting in her chair, like that baby is the most important person in the whole wide world to Muff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I swear to God, like I've sat here just as a fly on the wall and like watched her empower people. All her clients are super boss women as well, lawyers, real estate agents, I mean, Dallas cheerleaders, celebrity. I mean, you know, like she has so many different types of clients, but even down to the person who's just a 60-year-old lady who's coming in here, you know, because she wants to spice up her look. Life, like literally, like all the time. Even in her outside of work, like she is just a life giver, the best gas giver ever in life. Like I swear, like I have been friends with her for 10 years, and not once have we ever gotten into it. Not once have we ever had no spout, you know, anything that we've had to talk.
And that's hard for
like
women.
that's really hard. And like
my God.
I remember this is even how.
hard.
Okay, first of all, this is how she should have knew this was going to be her purpose. Because when we even met, we met mutually when she was doing art at Art Institute. You were
I was
you and
trying to be a
Will,
fashion designer.
yeah, fashion designer. Remember, Will was having a fashion show. It was going to be in Wichita, Kansas. I did not know her, but me and Will know each other from middle school, and he had invited my little brother because my little brother would do fashion stuff as well for a little bit, and so he invited my little brother. I just tagged along because I knew who Will was.
Oh, we were the only
and we were the only two girls there, and I remember seeing her, and I was like, "Ooh, your hair is so cute. Who does your hair?" And she was like, "Girl, me." And I was like, "Can you do my hair?" I had never had weave ever. I mean, I don't think I had ever had
you
weave
had
in like this
natural,
type. Like I
beautiful
had
hair.
like crochets and like you know that middle school and stuff.
Yeah.
But I had really long hair. I had never had a quick weave. I think that's what I wanted to try was a quick weave.
Yes.
And so I think I had a sew in before, but I wanted to. I'm gonna post the
We
picture.
have the picture.
I'm gonna post the
She's not
picture.
gonna post the picture.
I'm gonna post the picture.
She's not gonna post it.
My God, thanks for growth.
She's not.
And so I was like, okay, Muff, can you do my hair? So we met each other. We were like, hey, girl, because we were only two girls. And we talked. Like most girls, you know, probably would have looked at each other like, especially two cute girls.
We
You
don't
know?
do that. We
Yeah, no. But so we connected, and I was like,
that.
hey, can you do my hair? She did my hair the next. No, we did. She didn't do my hair the next day. We went and hung out the next day. Remember we went to that party?
Don't tell
that VIP.
Don't tell that part.
Okay.
Keep going.
Roll it. Oh my gosh. So
We love VIP.
Anyway, that was like the next day we hung out, and literally since then we have been best friends. So this is not a show. Yes, she is a character. She's hilarious. She's
I'm trying to hold it in.
the bomb.
No, she is.
But she is genuinely. She's literally like the best, like best woman, girl boss for sure. Love
I
you.
messed up your whole question.
No, you didn't.
I
You didn't.
messed
You
it
didn't.
up with interruptions.
Wait,
What was the question?
So the first part was how did I get started,
Yes.
right? Okay, right. So that's the blueprint.
Correct.
That's the blueprint, and then the second part was how, like,
What are
the struggles?
roadblocks? Yes, and how you have overcome them, like
Oh
just
my
getting
God.
a shop or getting staff or you know overhead
Or being a mom.
inventory.
I'm so broke. Okay, so the thing is, I'm gonna be honest. So I did not plan, which is God's grace, right? So I was in a salon suite for 5 years. I moved around in that same salon suite like multiple times, and the whole time I think God was saying like, "Look how big you are," but I didn't catch it.
Okay.
Right? I'm just moving to bigger suite. But God's really like, get out of this building.
out of there.
Yes.
Shout out
Right.
to Louisville Salon Suites. You
No,
guys are
for real.
amazing. But that's what he was saying, like, get out. But I'm like, no, I just need a bigger suite. I went so far as to getting 2 suites and knocking down a hole in the wall. And I bet God was like, girl,
Like knocking
sis,
down the whole wall so that it would be
I
like
knocked down a whole wall, y'all, to have 2 in
It's
one.
almost like you be so scared of yourself.
God was like, sis,
Yeah.
come on now.
I'm trying to
Come on
show
now.
you something.
So literally last summer, I had a bad investment with a client, and I was flat broke. And I was like, oh my God, like, what do I do now? So I'm just driving around, crying, listening to Mary J. Blige, and I saw
She'll get
this
you right.
building.
Perfect.
Yeah, I saw this building, not looking for a building, couldn't afford a building, couldn't do anything. But I said, you know what? Sometimes if you window shop, it just gives you inspiration,
No, literally.
Right.
So I parked, where I'm parked now, and I get out and I come in, and it said, you know, there's a key at the door, go in, give yourself a look. So I'm thinking, I don't know who these people are, but they're gonna let me walk in by myself, great. So I walked in, and literally 2 seconds into this building, I just started boohooing.
You knew it.
It was the Holy Spirit, like all over my body. I
That's
saw, y'all can't see this, but there's a room in the back that I just saw just for me and like my clientele. And then I saw like girls outside working, and I'm like, wow, this is a salon. Even though it had bugs everywhere, trash was everywhere. I could see through it.
And that's not what it looked like now, y'all.
Right.
Y'all.
That's not what it looks like now.
Y'all got to come see for yourself,
Please do. So I called and I said, hey, you know, I can't afford this right now. This will be great later on. The man was like, well, we just put $15,000 into it. If you don't get it now, it's a wrap. And I was like, oh, well, it's just gonna be a wrap. Like I'm not
ready yet.
I'm dead broke.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I can't do it
I don't
now,
have it.
you know. And so I literally left. I'll go back to my salon suite. I had 3 more clients, and they called me and they're like, congratulations, it's your building. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it was the other
person.
tenant. Yeah. I was like, maybe it was the other guy that applied, you know. And the lady was like, no, is this Andrea Kirkendall? Oh, shouldn't be giving the government. Dang it, Muffin. She says, this Muffin? And I'm like, yeah. And I was like, no, like I didn't apply. I didn't put my name. Y'all, I didn't apply for anything.
Crazy.
But all I remember is talking to this one man on the phone for like 3 hours. I probably got on his nerves. But I was just letting him know like my vision for this place and all that. And next thing I know, they're like, come get the key. And I'm like,
Wow.
I'm like, you want a credit check? You want a back? They were like,
No.
They're like, we don't want anything.
That's
I mean, like
favor.
literally for
That's
48
favor.
hours, like I was suicidal. Because like I gave this client back all this money, but we had all this product, and I was like, what do I do? You know what I mean? But I mean, I knew to keep going. I knew to keep fighting, but I literally had no plan of action. So then I'm like, okay, well, God just saved my life. We're done. Like, this is it. They call back and they're like, yeah, just bring $5,200 tomorrow in the key. I said, wait, y'all didn't say that, you know? And what's crazy is I had just given the client back $6,000. So really I was out of 12 because I had 6,000 in product and I gave the client 6. So 6 plus 6, 12.
Right.
Correct.
All right, we were out 12.
That's 12.
Right?
That's 12.
So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, God, now this ain't funny. Like
Right.
you can't just give me this
Because you
in my
still
lap.
have your house.
Mortgage, 8-year-old,
Yeah.
car note, the whole thing, you know? So I'm like, Muff, you're witty. Let's go.
Yeah.
What can you do? So y'all know we live in a social media age. And so I'm like, just use your brand, you know? So I call back and
Which
I'm like,
is
ma'am, hi. You know, I'm like, I know this is unprofessional. I was like, but can you show them my Instagram? And she was livid. She was like, nope. you know, which rightfully so, you know. She was like, no, that's unprofessional. I'm not showing the landlord your Instagram. And I was like, well, calm down, sis. You know, I don't need the building. You know,
The building needs me.
The building needs me.
Y'all call me.
Yeah. So I kept asking. I was really persistent. And after like 10 minutes, she was like, you know what? Give me the damn Instagram. Like you're getting on my nerves, right? And you know, and she was a Spanish lady, you know. So I said, and I'll tell you why I said that in just a second. So I said, hey, yeah, write down my Instagram, give it to me. She's like, okay, what is it? And I'm like, have, and I spell it out, and I'm like, the letter U. This lady said, been muffed, and I said, ma'am,
Don't play with me.
not today.
I'll start crying again.
That was funny.
No jokes today.
Right.
Sis. I'm like, did I mention it earlier? You know,
Right,
I'm trying to
right.
really figure it out. Like, how do you know me? You know, we're two different races, two different nationalities. Like, who are you, sis? You just shitted on me 2 seconds ago.
You didn't want my Instagram,
And
sweetie.
so she was like,
Right.
she's a realtor, but on the side, she does nails in South Dallas. And for the last, won't God do it? And so for the last 2 years, her clientele would show her videos of me, my client's jersey. I said, if you don't hang up this fucking phone and tell them I'm somebody, like, hang up now. She was tickle pink. She called me back 30 minutes later. Not only did they say I could have it off of the branding because they saw my clientele and saw how like professional it looked, they took that money down to $1,500. I ran in the express lane, boohoo crying. I don't know what client was in my chair, but she got her hair done for free, clearly, because I left her. I went all the way downtown. I got the key. I actually gave them $1,900 trying to be fancy. I gave them $1,900. I came back. Client is still in Louisville now. I come in and I sit in the middle of the floor. Me and dead cockroaches. We had a field day, and that's it. The rest is history. The rest is history. So I think I did. I got the building August 1st. I moved in August 1st. No furniture.
Right.
No tenants, no decorations, no nothing. And I think I went from August to December by myself, paying the rent, which was a super big struggle, but I was like, Muff, just fight through it. I added like a TV here or there. Shout out to my friend Mozzie. He was so gracious to me. He added TVs and he helped me with the whole 9 when I first got started. But December is when I hired my first tenant. And ever since then, I've hired a new tenant every month. Okay. I have one more to go, and now I'm able to sit back. What are you looking for? A nail tech. We need a nail tech.
We need a nail tech.
We need a nail tech. We need a nail tech.
And she also like supports other people, sells, you know, what are the candles?
Yeah, I sell their retail stuff here. I provide events on Sundays and Saturdays and Sundays, for whatever you want to do. So this building is God's grace. So I don't want to just use it to make a profit. This is for people that want to do classes, people that want to host wine tastings.
She lets us
freaking
record here.
I let you record here. Yeah, so whatever you want to do, I swear this building has such a good vibe about it.
It really does. It's a good
I don't know.
We're happy here.
We prayed these walls down when we came in through a little holy water, because when I tell y'all, like, no matter what event is here, because I'm usually here for all the events to lock up and stuff, I sit back and I'm just like, wow, this is just
That's
God.
crazy.
It's
no,
God.
it's nothing but him.
It's nothing but him.
So for me, I have a question for Muff.
Ooh,
So for me,
clear my throat.
y'all,
You know it's gonna be good.
Okay,
When Ari
no.
opens that mouth, baby.
No,
She got
Muff
something
is
to
a
say.
boss, okay, y'all. And right now, I'm in a season right now where my life is crazy. I can't even my car's broke. I've never been without a car. I'm blessed to say that. But my car is broken. I need to find a job. I need to finish school. I have so much going on in my life, and I'm broke. Okay, so Muff is
You
somebody
need a job
that,
at the salon.
yes.
Come on. I need
No, so
administrative.
Look,
I do.
and
I
I'll
really
call
do.
the people.
She'll have me call
I'm
you.
available tomorrow.
Good.
I have my people call you.
You're hired.
So when I first met Muff, which was through Tosha, I already knew who Muff was because I went to school at ULM in Monroe, Louisiana, and Muff is from Reston, Louisiana, which is like 25 minutes apart. And I was like, "That's your friend," you know, and literally, I'm like, "That's a celebrity."
People do
That's
that to me
your
all
friend.
the time. They
I
be
need
like,
that gas.
Muff is your friend, and I'm like,
Yes,
I've been
you weren't
knowing
nobody.
And I be like, I've been knowing her for like 10 years. Like,
Yes,
like,
that's my
legit
friend.
She's not
They're
like,
always
I would
like,
love-
you don't know her.
No,
You don't know her.
then I meet Muff, and I'm like, no. Then I meet Muff, and I'm like, this girl regular. I mean, she fine as fuck, but she regular. You know, she very fine, but she's regular.
Very fine, but she's regular.
So, and I'm immediately like, do my hair. And she's like, we had payment plans. I'm like, that's my sis. That's my sis.
Solid.
So what do insecurities look like for you, and how do you overcome them? Because right now it's like, I know I'm great, I know I'm a good person, I know I have the potential to do so many things, but I have so many insecurities because, you know, I've been told no. You know, for the first time in my life, I've been told no. So, and I don't even know how to move. You know, I'm like,
trust me, I know.
That's the word
what?
right there.
You know what? What is no? So, you know, so what does that look like for you?
I think the biggest thing for me is that I'm such a big presence, even in this big hair. I'm such a big presence that people don't initially expect me to have them anyway, which is dumb, you know?
Right.
But the thing about insecurities is that I keep mine from the world.
Right.
Okay? That's number
That's
one.
good.
That's number
good.
one.
I'm bad at that.
I know. Yeah, it's okay.
Because I be putting myself down.
Yeah.
And I had a girl tell me the other day, like, stop saying that. Like, you're
Yeah.
great. You're a great addition, you know? And it's like,
Yeah.
everybody else sees that. And it's like, yeah, I see a little bit in myself.
Yeah.
But, like, for you can't put yourself down, like, that's
Correct.
what the world is there for.
Because people, you know, misery loves company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like one of like 10% of people that you can bring an insecurity to and nobody ever will hear it.
Yeah.
But you got to think about the other 90% of the world that's going to use that against you when y'all fall out. When you're not her friend anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think for me is in this room, like I share my insecurities with people after I've overcome it.
Yeah.
Because I don't like to share my insecurity when I'm going through it because I really don't know what's going on. I don't know
Right.
I'm unfamiliar with the feeling, you know, and all that. So I like to share my insecurities with people after I've already overcome.
Right.
Because you really
'Cause
only
it's a story.
need only need yourself.
Yeah.
And you only need God. Like I'm just a few days ago, I woke up sad, couldn't really figure out why. I'm like, wait, I'm good, I'm money in the bank. Like, what's wrong? You know, it's just sometimes your spirit is off. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Sometimes
I
your
hate those
spirit
days.
is just off. You know what I'm saying? But the thing
you
is,
gotta
it's
coach
like
yourself back.
you gotta talk to yourself. It's like in sitcoms where we see it's like a red devil and a white devil on your shoulder.
Yeah.
That's real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like nobody knows you better than you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like nobody knows you better than you. And then what we forget as human beings is everybody's fucked up.
Yeah.
We forget that. Like everybody's messed up. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump. With all the money in the world, look at his life. You know what I mean?
Have
Like,
no money.
every-
We about to be tweeted.
Everybody,
please
Hey.
tweet us, Donald Trump.
Right, please tweet the salon.
Am I looking at Saeed's camera because
Tag,
I'm not talking politics.
Listen,
I'm giving
retweet us.
similarities and
Sweetie,
comparisons.
we don't-
I think,
But that's the thing, you know,
that's
it's like
the
no
thing.
matter what you have in life, you can be the richest man, you can be
That's
the most
good.
beautiful woman.
Literally was
Halle
thinking that
Berry
this
had like
morning.
3 crazy relationships. You know, everybody has something, but yet what we do is we go in our shells and we say, oh my God, why me? Why not you? You know, why not you? All my insecurities that I dealt with growing up are now I'm flourishing in them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like my biggest insecurity growing up was that my mom allowed me to wear weave since I was in 8th grade. Now look. I'm one of the biggest weavers in Dallas,
Joke's
and
on
I'm
you.
able.
Yeah.
Joke's on you.
On
You know what
them.
I'm saying?
Joke's
so
on
it's
them.
like sometimes your insecurity, you need to keep it to yourself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and I
Because it
know
may be the thing that
y'all
you
are
stand
close,
on.
you know,
Yeah.
but sometimes you just have to keep it to yourself and fight that battle with you and the Lord. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
Because
it's like,
it's almost like you're looking for someone to save you, and that's what I find myself doing. You know, when
Pity
I tell,
parties.
well, not even a pity party, but when I tell someone else about it, it's like I'm telling someone that I really am like invested in. Like if I tell Tosha or if I tell Avina, I trust y'all with all of my heart.
Yeah.
But really, like you said, like I can't. She know I be calling her, so I don't even know why she over there.
She always
She always forgets me. She always like, if I talk Tasha,
You
if I
too.
need it. Like,
You
God.
too. Far. She's
Gabi.
and here's the thing. And here's the thing, y'all. And here's the thing, y'all. I be calling Gabi more than probably both of them. We be on that phone.
Listen, I need
So-
them to hear it, sweetie.
say my name. Say my name.
So, but yeah, I'll call them, and it's for me on the surface. You know what I mean? It's not really to help the problem. And I continuously, probably over 3 years, Tasha, I've been dealing with the same shit.
But then
like, you know what I'm saying? But it's a circle. Like I'm just like so insecure about this. I'm so insecure about that. And it's like
that's the generation that
I
we
don't
live
play-
into, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't
Don't get me wrong.
I'm
Like I feel like I'm a bad bitch.
Right.
But I go on Instagram and I see 6 other bad bitches.
It's a
I'm
bad
like,
one.
oh my God. I need teeth, ass, tits,
But you see,
longer
that's
hair,
like two things.
But social media.
That's two things that you have to. You can't keep blaming things on that.
That's it.
You can't keep blaming things on our generation, and
Yeah.
you can't keep blaming things on your mindset. Those are two things that you
That's
can
what we're here for
change.
today.
Both.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Both.
So in order to flip your mindset, you need to think about, damn, if I keep thinking this way, it's going to be harder and harder, and it's going to take me longer and longer to get from A to Z.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So you have to flip that. You're in your growing years. You're in your years that you're learning a lot of life lessons that are going to hit you.
Good age.
So you
Good
have to
times.
learn to flip your
And
mindset.
it's like, don't go longer than 24 hours depressed. Like that's
No,
so,
yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
so
You have to have
that's
that
so
quick
positive.
turnaround.
Yeah.
But you have to
Yeah.
realize when you're depressed.
Oh yeah,
And it doesn't have to
you have
be
to
depressed.
acknowledge
That
Not
that.
just
really-
has to
yeah,
be
not
that-
as far.
that thing
Or
that you
when
said,
you're
like
sad, or
waking
when
up.
you're upset, or when you're or when you're
Off.
not happy, or when you're off. Depression, or
Sadness, whatever it can be.
uncertainty. I told Avina, what I tell you, I'm uncertain.
Yeah.
I said I'm blessed, I'm grateful, I'm happy, but I'm uncertain. I don't know what's next. I can't feel what's next. I feel no discernment, which I have a gift in that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You feel
Yeah.
like
I
something's
literally
missing.
don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like something's missing. I feel like something's coming, but I feel like right
Yeah.
now something's missing.
And that's
So just
women
what does
too.
that look
We're
like?
just
Yeah.
like worriers by
We're
nature.
crazy.
We're
Yeah.
crazy.
No, seriously.
We're just worriers by nature. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we definitely
We
are.
are. We just worriers by nature, and it's okay to have that because you're the perfect age. If I could,
25, y'all.
baby, if I could, Lord, can you rent a car?
I can't.
Just now. Just now.
And
What is that?
and it's still a
You
little
can,
pricey.
25.
It's
I
still a
almost
little
don't
pricey.
even want to talk to you anymore. I just got pissed.
Oh.
25.
She loves to
But
talk
yeah,
to
no,
me.
like that's the perfect age.
No,
You think-
seriously.
I had no
She's
clue
just
I could
coming
have
into
any
herself.
of this
Yeah.
at 25.
Seriously.
You know what I mean? Like I wasn't thinking about being a boss at 25. Like none of this. You know what I'm saying? So really, for you almost need to chill and enjoy.
No, seriously.
Enjoy the freedom of not having such a structured life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you don't want to miss these last 5 years before you turn 30 and not do something that you want to do. So it's actually okay. Like you get a pass actually.
Right.
I'll
It's
take-
different
I
for
wanna
everybody.
yeah, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like you actually
Give me a pass. Sunday,
so it's
Monday
not
still
a
going
so
on.
it's not a pass to be a fuck up, but it's more so of a pass for you to enjoy it. Enjoy the journey. Like you got to sit back in the journey. You're not supposed to know what you're supposed to do at 28.
But it's
You know what I mean?
it's
Like,
her
you're not supposed to
Capricorn
know
that's
it.
showing.
It is. It is. Very
It's
much
hard.
so.
I'm a Capricorn. We don't
sent-
do no capping though.
Yeah, but Capricorns just have this. You know me.
Yeah.
She's
She
there,
loves my
like
sister.
you
She's
know,
my sister. Oh
you
my
know
God.
me. Yes. So it's just, I think it's just a thing that
And it's
we
who I
are
surround
personal-
myself with
Yeah.
too. Like, look at these people around me. Like, what else am I supposed to do? Like, I'm just
But we
constantly
should
like.
fuel you. Like,
Y'all,
you know?
y'all do, but what I'm saying is, even though y'all are fueling me, I'm still the age that I am, and I'm still in the situation that I'm in. So it's like,
We're so much older.
I was
than
gonna
you.
say,
But
don't
so
forget
it's-
that you're the youngest.
so it's
Right,
like,
you
it's like,
baby.
so that's what I'm saying. Even though y'all are feeling me, it's still pressure. It's
Yeah.
still, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
looks like so many different things other than just
It is.
fuel.
Well,
so,
if I can be transparent with you, one of your problems is that you're not using your gift. This lady is a songbird, and that's your issue.
Throw up.
She's a songbird.
Be
So if I can be transparent,
Muff has just earned her spot on the show
the issue
permanently.
is-
You know what? Take this down.
the
We gotta get one more picture.
she should be singing on YouTube. She should have promo videos.
No, she really should.
But yet she wants to sing in the shower, ladies and gentlemen. But you have a gift that is phenomenal.
I tell her that.
And so I don't know
all
why
the
you're running
time.
all the way around the world trying to fit. And God
All
has
the
already,
time.
He's already shown you
This baby.
what your gift is and what your
Yeah.
talent is.
Every single person that we meet, I'll be like, Ari can sing. Ari can sing. Ari can sing. Ari can sing.
Well, you know what?
And
It's
she
one
hates
thing-
it but I know, first of all, me and Muff are going to be music managers.
we are her music.
They're my
manager.
music
No,
manager.
actually, we're starting tonight.
They're my
music
So,
manager.
but no,
We're about to post a
seriously,
video.
Like, we know
Like
good
some
singers.
people sing and then some people
She's-
move people. Like you
she-
have
No,
like
that's
literally,
what
her
it is.
voice will
special
bring
with
you to tears.
But you want to know what it is? It's like it's anointing. Like Muff has anointing in her hands to do them wigs, to do them sew-ins
And
and
it's
them
in your
closures.
throat.
No, listen, and I know it is. I know it is.
Can we get a sample?
There's a no,
Yeah,
no, no.
that's
no,
what I
wait.
need right now
There's
for my
a
page.
sample. So they
No,
can
wait.
hear. They
Listen,
can hear.
listen.
We know what they're
If
doing.
you're
now,
gassing me,
listen.
let her finish, y'all.
No,
She's
listen.
gassing me up.
So-
Let her finish.
So there's a difference because there's people that are good at hair.
That's very true.
But so there are singers that, to my mind and to my head, they sound better than me,
doesn't matter.
but they don't have the gift that I have. You know what I'm saying? But I still am able to some kind of way. We're talking about insecurities here. We're being real.
Yeah.
I'm still in my head some kind of way able to tell myself they sound better than you. You know what I'm saying? So even though when people hear my voice and the way that it affects people, it doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
I'm singing. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So like that. It stops me, you know, and I can't let it do that, but it does.
Because
like,
that's
even though
always going to happen. There's always going to be somebody better.
But I'm just telling you, that's what it looks like. That's what anointing looks like. Until you step into that, until you feel that for yourself, you can't, you know.
Well, I hope yours comes soon, child.
So the sample, they just
I'm
a
going to tag
note.
this on my page. Do a note.
Right.
Oh, can they hear this?
Yes.
Sorry.
I don't have a note. Maybe at the end of the show,
You were
I don't
just
have a note because I'm
singing.
laughing.
All right.
That's fine. Just
All right.
sneak
No,
it
we
in and
can't.
we'll stop talking.
sneak it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
When it hits your spirit.
You know, just when you're ready.
So okay,
I'll do your beat.
yeah, how do you guys feel
mean, yeah.
about like? So people have insecurities all the time, and so like, social media allows you to kind of tap into like deciding what you subscribe to and what you don't, for one. And celebrities, just think about a celebrity. Like, they have to live their life in front of every single person. They can't make any type of error. And when they do, like, they're instantly like blown up in their comments. Or like people instantly have like a opinion on something of like a 5-minute clip or a 5-second clip. And it's like, we're not even celebrities, and we have seen our insecurities shine in a different light. So it's like, how do we coach other people to navigate like that? Like, we can't stop people from having opinions. We can't stop people from speaking on us. But it's like, is it just always just a mental, like, you know, say something, oh my God, I don't believe them thoughts. But like, it's more than that. Yeah. Because you see it. We subscribe to it. It's everywhere. People, somebody got an interview and said, Lizzo is fat or something when she comes out the room in the morning, like she would make me. I'm like, what? It was literally on the shade room.
Why are you so pissed?
I think
That's what I'm saying.
Because of that, that's
Why are you
one
so
reason
mad?
that I don't follow any type of like Instagram model. Like I don't. First off, I'm not. I can't live up to that expectation.
Okay.
Let me tell you that now. It's so funny. I met this guy out with like a couple of other friends, and he said, pull up your Instagram. And I was like, what? And he said, no, for real, pull up your Instagram. He was like, you look amazing in person. I want to make sure that your Instagram is not a facade, because a lot of people that you meet are, their Instagram is, you know, 100, but they're only 50.
Absolutely.
You know? So I just thought that was really funny. I was like, that's what we live in. You know what I mean? And I'm just like,
ask me that.
That's one reason why I do not. I don't follow Instagram. The Instagram celebrity that I follow is my sister, and that's about it. Because anything on Muff too. Anything else?
I love the plug.
Yeah, if you got a blue check, I probably know you.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I can't.
I don't even know how you
can't do it.
First of all, I don't even know how Muff does it. Like, I don't even know how she like.
She be living her life.
But
She literally be living her life.
Yeah.
She be living her life. If you watch her
know.
stories, she literally be living her Muff life.
Yeah. And her clients and everybody who loves her and her, you know, fan base. And I'm not saying all her people on her Instagram is her fans per se. They're her family and her friends. Like, she treats everybody like her family and her friends. But I think it's because you come with your genuine self and you like aren't trying to put on a facade. Like you said, you're doing your ministry, you're doing your purpose, you're doing your work. You know, I think that's.
Have y'all?
That's so bomb.
Like Gabi was saying before, like, you know, she would get made fun of because of her forehead or whatever. Did you ever have an insecurity as a child that you didn't like, and people made fun of you, and now you're like, that's me.
People can't tell me nothing about my lips, shawty. These
they are good. I was looking at them earlier.
Let's
No,
see
like,
the lips.
seriously,
They're
I was
very
looking-
full. They have
Very
their own
juicy.
pink pigmentation. There's no fillers, sweetie.
Very much people
No.
getting surgery to look like Gabi.
Very good.
If you want to have these lips, you only use Vaseline every single day. That's all I do, sweeties.
Top and bottom look great, actually. Hello.
But people used to always make fun of my lips, and they used to use that inappropriate comment all the time. And I used to be like, oh my God, my lips are so big now, sweetie.
Can't tell you
Try
nothing.
it.
That's funny.
I don't know. I'm going to have to pass on that. I'm going to have to think.
Mine was like, I would always, well, I have my hat on, so I'm not going to take my hat off, but like my beauty mark on my forehead for, I think up until I got to college, I was like, I said, I'm going to get it removed. I kept saying I was going to get it removed because I always used to get made fun of that. And I always like, I'm going to get it removed.
That's
I'm
how
going to
you
get it
know it'd be
removed.
anything.
And my mom would like comfort me, and she would just be like, you know, that like, are you kidding me? You know? And because my mom has like 2 distinct beauty marks. Actually, me and my sister, we all have one. And I was like, man, I want to get this removed. And I was like doing the research, like, you know, I was in college, like all this stuff. And then I dated this guy. And he like kissed me on my beauty mark, and I was like, "Oh,
I'm good.
Absolutely not.
Good.
This mine. This mine.
I'm good.
And then my best friend Emily, she was like, you know, if you get that removed, you're gonna look like every other Mexican.
Oh my
She came for your life. She came for your life.
And I was like, you know what?
What was her name?
No, Emily.
Emily.
I've been best friends with her since I was 12 years old.
Look at me,
you know?
Emily.
But she, but she was real. She was
yes.
right. She was like, you already have long, straight black hair. You got like olive skin. You know your face, everything. She was like, you will literally look like every other Hispanic. She was like, don't do that.
Yeah,
She wouldn't though, because Avina's so fine.
No, for real.
No,
She wouldn't look like that.
and that instantly set in my mind. I was like, you're right.
Right, you needed that though. You needed that.
Never
That's
change
good.
it. Ari, what was yours growing up? Like people would say something about.
I've always been a thick girl. You know, I'm thick. Like
Thick thighs save lives.
thick thighs. You know, I'm a
I wish
thick
y'all could see
girl.
what's under this table.
Y'all missing
I'm
out.
glad you're by me.
Right,
Cop in the field.
Muff is very warm.
Cop in the
And I'm
field.
soft, right? Tell
Yeah,
me.
let me stop for you. Let me stop for you. Call HR. Do y'all have an HR department?
Not yet. But
We ain't that big
never
yet.
know.
Mom.
Me too. Movement.
No, yeah, I've always been a thick girl, and I think there's 2 things. When I started going to high school, guys started to appreciate it, you know, just a little bit, just a little bit, and I started getting, people started liking on me. Well, I was in Texas, and I was in Katy at Seven Lakes High School. Shout out to Seven Lakes, and all the black guys liked white girls. So I literally didn't have a prom date. I had to get my prom date from Port Arthur, Texas.
Shout out to Port Arthur.
Shout out to Port Arthur. He came all the way down and he showed me love. So I then moved to Louisiana, and Louisiana taught me to love my curves. But for the longest time, I was like, I'm fat, like I'm not, and I wasn't even fat back then, y'all. I probably wore a size 7. Like, come on now.
I saw the picture.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't fat. I really was fine.
No, fine.
I really
very
was
fine. Very.
I really was
I mean,
fine.
she's still fine. But,
I was
a college
very,
body.
Yeah,
fine.
I was fine. But for the longest, but being for someone to call you fat, that's like that's so mean. Like, and people used to really be like, oh yeah, she's beautiful, but she's just too big for me. What? And I heard that all growing up. You know what I mean? Like, your face is beautiful, but she's just not my type, because I like skinny girls, or I like whatever. So that was probably be mine. But
I'm trying to get thick.
and I will say, shout out to Louisiana.
I'm trying to get a little something.
Get a little
Louisiana taught me to love my curves, and
we'll
ever
do that
since
for
then,
you.
and ever since then, I've loved my curves, and I've fluctuated with my weight just like every other woman in the world. And we're beautiful for that, because we can be fine and we can be not fine one day, and then the next day we could just be fine back again on y'all. Just don't sleep.
You never know.
Wake up.
Like
you never know what
switch.
you're gonna get. Next week I might be in the gym. Next week I might not be.
What
I might be on a
yours
juice
growing
cleanse.
up with the kids? What did the kids try you with?
Well, I was the only black girl, and I went to all white school, so they didn't really try me.
They were scared.
They didn't try mama.
They were scared.
The only thing that they used to say when I used to come with my box braids, the shit I used to hate. Shout out to A. Phillips. Let me get some shit off my chest. What I used to hate is that when I used to come back for my box braids, they would say, Andrea, we love your dreadlocks. That shit used to piss me off so bad. I used to cry. But it wasn't an insecurity. I'm not even trying to joke. Like, I don't know. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to joke either. That's why I was like, I need to pass. Because mine was never physical.
Yeah, my mom and dad, I had a different set of type of parents. So my parents probably paid some people to leave me alone. Like, I literally don't. I don't remember any. Only thing I can think of people ever made fun of was my weave and ha ha ha. Like, who's laughing now? But other than that, maybe being short. But guys like that.
That's silly.
Bite size.
Okay, so I really honestly, when I first thought about insecurities, y'all were all saying like things like physically. And not that I can think of, I was always super, super skinny. I mean, literally in high school, I was like 97 pounds, but like it was normal for my size. I'm little, or whatever. So like, it wasn't like being skinny. I was the kind of popular girl. So like, I didn't get like bullied or anything like that, but I had personal insecurities with other like girls my age, like being in middle school and stuff like that. That's the only insecurities I can think of. Like I remember
Like a
coming home one
comparison?
day. Like no, just like they just didn't like me, and I just didn't understand why because everybody
that
likes
too.
me, you know. And so
Everybody likes me.
no, literally,
Everybody
I
does
don't
like me,
meet
for real.
I don't meet strangers. There's not people who just be like, oh my gosh, I cannot stand Latasha. You know what I'm saying? If they did, I don't know, I don't know. But
That's crazy.
when I was
never
in,
heard that about you either.
Right.
but I'm just saying,
That
like
just means
it
you
just.
walked in your purpose at a young age, and they just.
But
couldn't
something
understand
about it, it made me insecure, and still kind of makes me insecure even as an adult. Just like that's why I think when we talked about triggers and stuff like that, my intentionality, like people who like take my intentions the wrong way and stuff like that, because I try my best to be like a good, like just a good human, you know what I'm saying? But I remember being in middle school and like, I mean, girls wanted to fight me, because the boys liked me. And I couldn't be myself. I never felt like I could be myself. So that made me super insecure to even just be Latasha Janae Johnson. So that's why I said it's not like a physical thing. It was just like
They just wanted to be your friend, but didn't know how.
I don't know. It was horrible. Like my
That's
middle
true,
school.
because I know what
they
kind
don't
of high
know.
school she went to, so
My
I can
middle
only
school,
imagine.
not really high school, but middle school was just, and because I changed school, it was just horrible. I don't know. It was like the worst experience. So I don't know. That's why I said it was more like
Has anyone?
character wise.
Do y'all know that people used to call me white because of the way that I talked? I mean, the way that I talk is different
What do you
right
think that
now.
people tell me every single
No,
day?
listen though. But so the way that I talk right now is different than the way that I used to talk, because the way that I talk right now is a Louisiana influenced.
Yeah.
Because I was in Louisiana for so long. So now, I'm a little more hip. Yeah. But that used to hurt my feelings. Like, because I don't know why I used to let it hurt my feelings, but they used to be like, oh, she's rich. Mind you, I'm not rich. Like, my parents are not rich. My parents are upper middle class. I will say that. They are not struggling. But, like, people used to, like, disown me from the black culture because that's not nice. Like, maybe it never hurt nobody else's feelings. Well, actually, I'm not going to lie. I have friends that were, like, that will say the same thing, that have the same story as me. Like, I went to school in Beaumont. I went to Westbrook High School, and people used to be like, oh, yeah, like, we can't relate to her because she's, she's this or she's that. Or she talks like this just because I talked.
Yeah. I mean, I've talked like this
Yeah.
my whole entire life.
I articulate.
Like,
This is my real voice. I literally talk like this my whole entire life. I've never hated it in a sense. Because it makes me so unique. Like, people, anytime I talk to someone new for the first time, that's one of the first things that they always mention. I'm like, oh yeah, like my voice, yeah, whatever. Right. But I've got it my whole entire life that
That's cute.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I wish I would have heard you as a toddler.
Oh my gosh, no.
Right? No, for real.
As a baby, I used to, first of all, when I was in high school, one of my teachers made me be a recording for his voicemail. That's how obsessed he was with my voice. I was his recording.
But
I did voiceovers one time.
Okay, I'm saying you might be
I
missing
hated
your
it,
calling.
but yes, I did. I hated it, but I'm just so
because
used to
of your
it.
voice. That's why I love when you
think-
cuss.
Oh my god.
Oh, she turns into firecracker.
I don't think it's that her
doesn't
voice
happen.
is. I don't think it's that she talks proper. I think it's the pitch and the tone of her voice that people are obsessed with.
It's like Nisha.
It's not that you sound white. You know what I mean?
Always say I sound white. Like, if I'm on the phone, they don't think that I'm black. Like, they instantly think
Well,
I'm
because
white.
of the tone of her
I
voice,
would
it's
think
both.
that-
It's because she speaks proper and because of the tone.
Speaks very.
Yeah,
I would think that she.
Yeah, I do.
Maybe just gonna know her. I would think that she was a black lady. I wouldn't think
no, I never
the
get black.
articulation. Yes, is different, but I can hear. Maybe I just know my.
If you
voice.
were to
You're
hear
woke.
her,
I'm woke. I'm woke
woke.
because I can tell that she's a black lady, but she talks very, very articulate. She gonna give you all the words.
I love that.
Depending on what mood I'm in, you make it.
Oh.
No, literally.
That was good.
No, she does it.
That was good.
That's
babe.
only when I'm really upset.
When I'm really pissed.
When I'm really upset. That's
I'm really
what you're gonna
pissed.
get.
When I'm really
That's
upset.
fair. That's fair. I'm trying to think of
Taking
no
them
incident.
oh my god!
Wait, did y'all see that video of the little girl on the shade room?
Oh.
And she looked at that camera
that was
and
too
said, "I'm
much.
so ugly." I every time I watch it, I cry. And
That was
the
too much.
lady that was doing her hair, I don't know what the relation was. I don't know if it was her mom or actually her hairstylist.
No, it couldn't have been her
cousin.
mom.
Could have been her mom.
And maybe it was a hairstylist. It looks like they were in a house. That's why I was confused. But we
She
started in
could
the
still
house.
do,
Hey.
yeah.
Started in the house, so don't come for me.
Fight for my people.
So she was doing her hair and she looked at that camera and she said, "I'm so ugly." And the lady literally pep talked her all the way
that was
out of that insecurity. But what did that make y'all feel like? Because I was shook. Like, I was like, people really feel like this. And like, for a baby to say that, like a pure baby,
She's heard that. several
someone's
times.
told her that.
Yeah. That's
Oh
why,
my
like,
God.
as a parent, you have to start. Like, you have to start at home. Like, I give Jersey so much gas, y'all.
No,
But what does the gas look like? Like, give people some tips. Like, what does it look like?
And I was gonna mention that for you to say something about your mom too, because she
Oh God! So
she's like her mom and dad are like
my parents.
Like, mix all that together.
My parents are the gas are up. Let me tell y'all a funny story happened yesterday. It's real quick, but this is how much my parents are gassers. So I send my mom a semi-nude picture, right? Just because my mom gasses you. She's going to say, baby, the way your ass is sitting, the way your mom gives you the gas, right? She did. But I was at work. So I'm multitasking, right? So I'm like, I'm on the phone and I'm like, Mom, like, where's my gas? Did you get the picture? I'm looking so bomb in that lingerie. Right. Where is it? She's like, baby, I don't know. I don't see it. I'm like, Mom, you're old. Open the message. Look at the picture. Tell me how good my butt looks. Yeah. She's like, baby, I'm waiting. 2 seconds later, swear to God. My dad says, what the hell is wrong with you? Did you just send me a picture of nude? I said, oh, my life is over. Y'all,
I would have died.
My dad unblocked me, please. My dad has me blocked.
She's a daddy's girl, too.
I'm my dad's, my dad texted me and he was like, what is this? God. But wait, I looked so good, my dad didn't know it was me, y'all. He was like, who is this lady you sent me? What is going on? Did someone steal your phone? Do I need to call your mom? So needless to say, my parents are very good gassers. And from an early age, this is a real story, y'all. From an early age, they just always gassed me because I lived in the hood, right? Like the hood, like it wasn't, it was the hood. But I went to private school, so it's like all day long from 9 to 3, whatever it was, 8 to 3. I was in a whole different world. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then to get home and then feel like, oh, you think you're too good because you go to private school. Like my parents really had to like give me the premium, not unleaded. Like they had to give me. And so I noticed like growing up, like I sucked at soccer. But when I tell y'all my parents had me believe I was, who's soccer? Mia Hamm. They had me believe like I was like that girl. And that's what I do.
With her all
oh my God.
Time,
like whatever my daughter sucks at, like she has no idea. She won't know until she's 18, and I tell her, like, you have to start.
That was not your gift.
She's perfect.
You have to.
She's perfect. Yeah, she's perfect. Like she's just perfect. But and it's not giving her a fake facade on life. But the world is gonna beat her up. She's a black girl with gray little eyes. I mean, it's like, and she's so sweet. So people are already gonna think, oh, you the pretty girl, you're not fun, you're not charismatic like that, you're being fake or whatever, So it's like for me to know that she's gonna have to battle some little bitches in life, I feel like it's my point to really showcase. And shout out to her dad because he gives her the gas from a male perspective.
Yes, he really does.
He gives her that gas. You know what I mean? Shout out. I mean, he's amazing.
Girl
like
dads.
So it's like she has
Girl
it from
dad.
my girl dad. Shout out to girl dad.
We can
girl
move there.
dad.
Yes,
Shout out to girl dads. Girl dads are awesome.
Girl dads are
But
the bomb.
he gives her the gas from a male perspective, so it's like you can't tell her she's beautiful. It's like my dad already said that. You know what I mean? You can't buy her anything. My mom's already bought me a lizard and a snake and a pet giraffe.
Whatever.
So it's like it starts at home. That's why you have to really and be in tune with your child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know when Jersey comes home, I'm like, who fucked with you? She's like, nobody, Mom. I'm like, tell me, because I see it. Like, I can see it in her presence. I can see it in her spirit,
Know
and
your
then she's
children.
like, okay, Mom, don't go to school without your wig, but this is what happened. You know what I mean? Like, Mom, like, don't come up there with the cornrows. Like, don't do that. I go to private school. But it's like you have to start at home, and you have to instill that in your child so that when they're approached with it, like when people used to talk about me at the private school, that's why I had no insecurity to tell y'all, because I'm like, hell, I don't remember. Because by the time I got home and told my mom, my mom was like, oh, they're lying. I'm like, oh, well, shit, never mind.
My mama said, Cardi B, my mama said you lying.
Y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
Shout out to all the moms out
Shout
there.
out
like, shout out to the moms.
Shout out
like,
to girl
to be
dad.
a woman is one thing, but to be a mom is like a whole nother
mom
thing. Okay, so shout out to all the
even
moms.
when I think about how I be trying my mama sometimes.
Because you be
and
trying.
she still be loving on me, because I'm grown now. And she still be loving on me. And my mom still, you want to know what's so beautiful about my mom? My mom still cares what I think. Why would she care what I think?
True.
Yeah.
My mom texts me
why
about
does
all
my
kinds of
mom
things.
get so excited to show me her artwork? My mom's an artist, period.
No, she
can
really
draw, she can paint, and she just picked it up
Y'all
because she's
both
trying to
are.
retire. We're both
Another
artists.
one.
Another
gift
artist
that she doesn't want to use.
No, yes,
Next
she's an
topic.
artist and she's great, but she still gets so excited. And even when, and I have to check myself, even when I'm not excited enough for my mom. Why would I not get excited for my mom's artwork? You know what I'm saying? I have to stop myself. I'm like, girl, you're lit. Your mom's an artist. Like, why are you not stopping your soul? What you think is so busy life to pump your mama up, how she's pumped you up for all of these years, you know? Because moms have insecurities too.
I think that's a reflection of her parenting, because I'm sure you get just as excited to like show her something.
Girl, I get so excited and she gets so pumped. And so that's why I have to check myself, because I'm like, all right, she still get pumped at your weak ass 25-year-old stuff that's not even exciting.
That's what I'm saying.
She's still getting excited.
That's a reflection.
20 times later. You need to give her life, because your daddy can't give her that life that she's looking for from you.
Right.
Your brothers can't give her that life. Yes, mom. Shout out to mom.
It's a direct reflection.
It is, because even my mom, like, she always calls me like her heartbeat or whatever, because I'm like the youngest.
My rib.
She's like my heartbeat. And so the other day we were supposed to like hang out or something, so she texted me early morning and she canceled on me, y'all. And I was like, oh, okay, no worries. She was like, but I'll be ready for the club tonight, like just joking. And I was like, and I had texted back, I was like, oh, make sure you go in the back of the closet and dust off your freakum dress. And then she gonna text back like, girl, it's already at the cleaners. Like, she just like, you know, like we just going back and forth, and I'm gassing her up. And like, she literally like loves my dirty draws. Even when I'm like just annoyed with her, she'll call me back. Like, she called me the other day like, hey Gabi, I know you're not stocked up on the Lysol or the flu medications or anything, but don't worry, I went to Target, I got all the stuff. It's at the house, just come over when you can. Matter of fact, I'll come bring it to you. Like, girl, you think, you know, you thinking above and beyond.
Why are you perfect?
Like, I'm over here like, oh, I'll cough in my hand. She's like, no, don't, I got the Lysol.
I got you.
I'm like, moms, like, two moms on the show, like, y'all have a job that three of us on this cannot ever imagine what that's
But
like
that though, that check is my favorite thing. So like, my daughter plays soccer and she's phenomenal. Like, she's just an athlete, you know? So she like any single time she does something on the field, if she like fakes somebody out, I mean, she's strongly playing defense. So if she's like trucks somebody, she'll check. She always checks for me, and she's like, she'll pick her head up. And I have to, she looks for my thumbs up, or she looks for my thumbs down. And or if I smile, she knows like I did it, you know? So she always checks for me. Even at school, like, Mom, I got 100 on my test. That was my goal, like everything. She is so excited to share. And even with me, Mom, how was your day? Was your boss mad? Like, you know, like she'll ask, and she just,
and she's the best.
That's my favorite feeling, you know, that check, like, okay. And it's true. You got to be in tune with your kids, because if you don't know them, and that's probably one of my favorite things about parenthood, though, you know, like,
our
you
little
just
broke best friends.
Yeah, you just like, you know,
but
and you go through so many you go through stages with your mom. You know
what I
mean?
No,
it's
for
like
real.
when you're born, from like 0, well, one day old, to like 13, you know, it's just mom and daughter, you know, parent and child.
It's me and you.
And then like when you turn like 11 and 12, you get your cycle. It's like, I hate you, mom hates you. You know what I mean? It's like, then you go through that combativeness, and it's really like you and your mom is really getting you ready for the world, but it's like you developing into a young lady. It's like, no, Mom, you like, I'm going to go to the party. Like, you know, you have that riffraff from like 13 to 18. Then when you hit 18, and you usually graduate from high school, it's like, Mom, I need her. Then y'all become best friends.
Best friends.
You know what I mean? And it's like, you need
like
those ages from like 12 to 18. Like, my mom body slammed me. My mom's 5'2", just like me. Like, she body slammed me because I wanted to go to a college party, and I was 16.
Why was I trying to do that?
But I'm like, Mom, like,
she saw
I'm mature enough to hang out with these adults. You know, I'm like, Mom, I have a car, and my friends were singers, and they didn't even have a car, you know? So it's like, you go through those stages with your mom, like going from it being your mom to the person, like, your worst enemy, and then it's like, then y'all come full circle, and then it's like your best friends, and you're soaring through then. So shout out to moms.
I can't think of anybody else. I mean, obviously I say I know I look up to my sister, but like, my mom has like the strength of any woman that I've ever seen.
Dope.
You know,
she's the best.
She's really that. Just they
she
are.
Really is
and I think just women in general, like it's International. I almost messed that up. It's International Women's Day. Like, women just in general, we are bosses. We are better than men.
We're better.
We have more skill sets. We have the tenacity to push.
Production team, they trying to hold it in.
But we have the willpower.
Okay, are we better? All I need is a head nod.
Right?
Like, we push through anything. We really do. Like, it's nothing that we don't overcome.
Once a month and we don't die. Like, if that's not power, I mean,
and period.
What is that?
And guess what? I bleed for 6 days.
Okay.
Jesus, already.
Hey, wrong.
Let's be real though.
And she doesn't die.
I don't care. I'm still here.
I pushed an alien out.
And I
no,
right.
I did not die.
Right.
That's her.
And you did that.
It's Women's Month. It's not just the day. It's Women's Month.
It's the month.
We need a month.
But I think today is the actual day.
I thought
Like,
today was
yeah.
actually
Today is the actual day.
but it's celebrated for the whole
But
month.
March is
Yeah.
Women's
March is
Month.
Women's
March is
Yeah.
such a great month.
Oh,
Here
you
she
know,
goes.
with my
I
It's
wonder
your
why.
birthday this month.
I mean, my mom and my
Tell us
sister
why.
are both, born
Pisces.
in this
Pisces
month,
are the
so.
best ever. If you don't have a Pisces in your team, you're really like losing.
That's
I think you're
true.
like the only Pisces I know.
Because I'm really like
Yeah.
I have a couple
best of
Pisces.
best.
I have a couple Pisces.
What's the sign? It's a
They're
fish,
dope.
right?
Yeah, it's a fish. It's a water sign.
Oh, okay.
Water sign.
Get
They're
into
dope.
it, sweeties.
Everybody's like, good. I'll give you a little gas for the day.
No,
We got you.
Yes.
We got you.
know.
You're the best.
You would be the gasser because you know
I'm
that's
the gasser.
that's what she does best.
I'm here.
That's
I'm here to
what
put
she
y'all back
does.
on full.
But
Everybody need some?
Yeah.
You need a little bit.
I
Look, I
always
need a
need
little-
some. You
need
give
a
the
little
best.
bit.
Have you guys checked out our promo?
Yeah.
Muff, have you checked out our promo?
I posted the promo.
Nope, she
No
did.
one said thank you.
She did
Thank
post
you.
a promo. She did.
you.
Okay, so if y'all haven't,
Ladies.
watched our promo, please go follow us on Instagram at Press the Podcast. We're having an event on March 21st, and it's a singles mixer networking type of event. We have kind of like formulated it for the sense of just like having fun, like a speed dating remix, but it's not really about dating. It's about just meeting and mixing with other singles and millennials in the city. So please check that out. And what else do we need to talk about? Oh, make sure you go register. The links are all up. You can register as a single or you can register as a couple based on the video. If you watch the promo video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, come out, meet us.
You definitely have to register.
Yes, you
It's-
have to register. You won't get the location unless you register.
It's
Which
a
is
private
smart.
location. Yes.
Yeah.
They're exclusive. I'll post it again.
But the liquor's included.
Oh,
So drink up.
Y'all
The
should've
liquor and
started
the
off
food
with
is
that.
included.
Right, literally.
Yes, let me remind the
Start off with
liquor.
that.
and
The lick is on us. Press
So
the
come.
podcast. Got the lick.
Come meet us.
yeah, Muff, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
I loved
Yes.
it. I loved it.
So good.
You did
Thank
awesome.
you.
We appreciate you,
You
so
need your
much
own
being on
podcast.
the show.
No problem.
We will
I'll be
tag
there.
her Instagram and we'll go ahead and leave her website and all of our information as well. We just
Please.
1,000
Thank
thank
you so much. Yeah,
Oh
thank
wait,
you.
I forgot to
So
tell
many
y'all.
things.
Muff will be sponsoring my wigs for the rest of the season of Press
I
the
will.
Podcast.
I will.
Free of charge.
Free. Free.
You guys are on camera, so she
There
gotta
you go.
say yes.
I can't. I have
my
to.
goodness.
I have to save face.
If you guys aren't subscribing to all of our platforms, we're on Spotify, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, and of course YouTube.
Yes.
All of our
These are the best.
platforms.
Y'all,
all
when
the
y'all
best.
get famous, don't forget about me.
No,
We will.
you have to come back on.
We gonna still be right here.
When you go to
I'm
your
gonna
next
have to
level, then
remind
you'll have to
y'all.
come back on and tell us about that.
Okay. I'm gonna keep y'all humble. Like I got y'all.
All right, and that's at Press the Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you guys. Be sure to follow, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. See ya.
Press, 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 press.